Welcome, my friends, to the Druid channel, where we will reveal interesting facts about our universe together with you, covering all aspects, from the mysteries of the ancient world to the latest technologies of today. So subscribe to the channel, like, and press the bell, and let's get started. Deep within the Amazon rainforest lies the world's largest grouping of river islands, stretching thousands of kilometers from the ocean and forming a one-of-a-kind ecosystem. Interwoven with the Rio Negro's channels, these islands undergo seasonal floods that transform their landscape entirely. Covering 4 million square kilometers and spanning nearly half of South America, the Amazon rainforest thrives thanks to the Amazon River's vast waters. At its core are the Onavilanas and Mariua archipelagos, over 1,000 islands stretching along the Rio Negro, making up the world's largest river island cluster. Unlike oceanic islands with coral reefs and clear waters, these islands are surrounded by flooded forests filled with unseen dangers. This environment is the birthplace of some of the world's most unique creatures. As the seasonal floods arrive, trees and climbing plants submerge for up to 6 months, transforming the forest floor into a watery world where fish swim among treetops and predators emerge in unexpected places. In May, when the waters rise, the animals' lives are drastically altered. Only 2 monkey species inhabit the crowns of these river islands: red howler monkeys and squirrel monkeys. Early each morning, large groups of these monkeys set out for a day of foraging, navigating branches in search of fruits, flowers, and insects. Although their agile limbs allow them to find food, the isolated archipelago offers far less bounty than other Amazonian regions. Driven by hunger, some adventurous young monkeys venture down into the flooded forest. Their keen eyesight helps them locate treats like the nectar of clitoria flowers. However, quenching their thirst comes with risks. A black caiman lurks in the water below, waiting for the slightest mistake. With luck, the monkey escapes to safety in the treetops, evading the caiman and other predators, including the infamous piranhas. The flood season creates numerous challenges for the inhabitants of the forest islands. A 3-toed sloth, in need of a new home, must swim across perilous waters. Sloths, though born to live in trees, are surprisingly adept swimmers, but not fast enough to escape the Amazon's lurking predators. Green anacondas wait for easy prey, their tongues hem receptors aiding in hunting submerged animals. The sloth, while making its way to safety, could easily fall victim to these deadly reptiles, which may not hunt again for months after a substantial meal. During the rainy season, meltwater from the Andes Mountains raises the water levels, submerging entire river islands under several meters of water. The rising floodwaters alter the lives of all island inhabitants. The tropical forests produce half of the annual rainfall, while the rest comes from the Atlantic Ocean. In June, as water levels peak, these islands' habitats continue to change. Bird species, including the rare thread-tailed manakin, perform dramatic displays to attract mates, while mango trees release seeds that float on fluffy tufts through the air, hoping to germinate across the flooded land. Fish, such as South American trout, leap to catch these seeds, which provide essential nourishment. The flooded forests of the Amazon are unique in that fish, not wind, largely disperse seeds. Fish eat the flesh of the seeds, spitting out the bitter parts that later take root, helping spread plant life across the islands. These waters are also home to arapaima, ancient armored fish that can reach over 200 kilograms and rise every 10 to 15 minutes to breathe. The Onavilanas and Mariua archipelagos shelter these freshwater giants, and countless other species that have adapted to survive here. The river island ecosystems, shaped over millennia by the changing Amazon basin, owe their existence partly to the nutrient-rich Rio Branco. It's here that the charismatic giant river otters hunt fish in packs and feast to maintain their active lifestyles. River otters live in tight family groups, passing down knowledge about safe places and new fishing spots. The Rio Branco banks, gone teeming with life, also provide ideal hunting grounds for jaguars that prey on capybaras, the world's largest rodents. To avoid the prowling big cats, capybaras dive underwater, holding their breath for up to 5 minutes. When the water level rises to its maximum, colonies of fire ants abandon their underground homes, seeking refuge in trees to escape drowning. Meanwhile, industrious leafcutter ants continue their work undisturbed, building nests high in the treetops to avoid the floodwaters, with colonies reaching millions of members. These ants, considered among the most resilient creatures of the Amazon, follow pheromone trails to gather fresh leaves, which they cut and carry back to cultivate a fungus they depend on for food. Not all creatures thrive in these conditions. Some insects must cross the flooded forest in search of dry land. A dangerous journey where arowana fish lurk beneath the water, snatching insects as they fall. In these dark, flooded waters, Amazonian manatees, iconic symbols of the region, raise their young and enjoy abundant food. For manatees, the flood season is a time of plenty, with mothers teaching their calves the routes of the river's labyrinthine channels to prepare for the dry season. As the flood season transforms the forest into a vast underwater expanse, all creatures adapt. The unique rhythm of life in the Onavilhanas and Mariua archipelagos unfolds with each submerged tree and submerged branch creating shelter and a hunting ground. Primates use branches as pathways, while birds dive into the water to catch fish in an environment that defies typical jungle expectations. Each animal has learned to utilize this extraordinary habitat, whether by blending into the dense vegetation, developing unusual hunting techniques, or navigating the forest floor that is, for much of the year, covered by water. As August arrives, the water begins to recede, signaling the end of the rainy season. Plants and animals await the arrival of the dry season with anticipation. As the waters lower, colorful fish like red neon tetras emerge, and migratory birds return to nest along the sandy riverbanks. With the dangers subsiding, the squirrel monkeys feel safe enough to descend from the treetops. The resilient creatures of the Onavilhanas and Mariua archipelagos, having adapted to the hardships of seasonal floods, find ways to survive. In the Amazon rainforest, life constantly evolves to meet the challenges posed by this unique, ever-changing environment. The forest's ecosystem is nothing short of remarkable, with every flooded nook and canopy layer offering a glimpse into the Amazon's delicate balance between land and water. The complex lives of these creatures show resilience and adaptability, giving us insight into the rare beauty of survival in one of the world's most challenging environments. Thank you very much for watching. Leave your comments and wishes. Have a good mood, and may you be lucky.